So, very good morning to you all. So, today we will discuss about test bench. Okay, so how to write the test bench? So, we have written one code. So, that is SR lash code. So, after completion of model and course, so we have given one example. So, that example should be a so that program is it correct or wrong? We have to check it. How we will check it? So after getting the result, we will get so is it SR latch or otherwise any other programs we have written it. Will clear. So because of that reason, so if you want to write the what if you want to check the uh, a function of SR latch, then we should write the test bench. Test bench is nothing but that code. The test bench is like a Verilog code. Though that test bench we will write it in Verilog, but that should be contains the inputs. By writing the test bench, we are generating the waveforms. Okay, so here, so whenever we are designing SR latch, so for that purpose we require two inputs and two outputs. Okay, so whenever we are writing the stimulus or otherwise we are calling it as a test bench, we will write model top or otherwise you can write it model stimulus also, no problem. Is nothing but that should be we are writing the stimulus, we will get it by reading that syntax, we will get it. Yes, we are writing the test bench. Okay, so after that, after writing that first syntax, so for every code we should write the same model top or otherwise you can write it model stimulus also. Okay, after that, so next here whenever we are writing the test bench, but whenever we are writing the code, in that code we are writing input and output. We are doing the initialization of input and output. Okay, so which all are the inputs are there in your code? Same inputs if you are writing in your test bench, we have to write it, we have to initialize it by using a register. Okay, so whenever we are writing Verilog code, in Verilog code we have to write it input. Keyword we have to use input. But same input if we are initializing in a test bench, we have to call it as what? A register. Okay, in your Verilog code, we have written input set comma reset. For SR latch, there should be a two inputs. One is set and another one is reset. But same thing if you want to initialize in test bench, so those we can write it as register. Those should be acts like a register. Don't call by same name inputs. Okay, input should be written in Verilog code, but in test bench those should be acts like a register. So register set comma reset we should write it. After that, next outputs are there. There are two outputs in your in your SR latch. Those should be Q and Q bar. Okay, if you require both output, we have to write, we have to initialize both variables in your code. If you require only one, you can write it only one. Okay, so whenever in your code, if you are written outputs, so those outputs, if you are initializing in test bench, those should be initialized by using wires. Remember it in test bench. Okay, if inputs are there in test bench, register. If outputs are there in test bench, we have to call it as, we have to initialize it as wires. Remember. Okay, wire Q and Q bar. These three are these three syntax are contains for every code. Every code. Why in every code should contain the inputs, outputs, and which code we are writing, that also we have given. So because of that reason, for every code, these first three are com compulsory. Next one is also compulsory. Why next we should write it? What is the next syntax? In next syntax, we have written sr underscore latch. So whenever we are writing the code, here what we are doing, for what purpose we are writing the test bench? For what purpose we are writing the test bench? We are checking the functionality of the SR latch. Okay, if you want to check the functionality of the SR latch, so at that time, so whatever code we have written, so that code we should invoke it. Is it clear? We should invoke for the for that particular code. We are applying the inputs. Clear or not? So because of that reason, fourth line is invoking procedure. We have to invoke which code functionality we should check it. Okay, so what name we have given in your Verilog code, you can check it. Model. After model, we have given a name for that particular code. So we have given sr underscore latch. Same name we should provide it here in fourth line. Is nothing but that whole code we have dumped it here. That whole code, whatever code we have written it. Okay, so at the time whole code should be invoked here. For that particular code, we are applying the input and output. Okay, so because of that reason, same name we should provide here, sr underscore latch. Next, you should write it. That is an instant block name. That block we have given name as M1. You can give it anything, no problem. First sentence, whatever we have written, first word we have written, that should be your code name, your model name. Whatever name you are given, whenever you are writing the code, same name we should provide it here. So at the time, so whenever cursor should be come to the fourth line, that should be jumps to your main code. It will check the functionality of the whole code. After execution of whole code, it will goes to the next line. If it is correct, it will go to the next line. Okay, so after that, within the bracket, you should write it, what all are the inputs and what all are the outputs for that particular course. You should give it, no problem. Okay, so after that, okay, so up to fourth line, what we did it. So we are writing the test bench. So because of that reason, first syntax we have written it, first line we have written it, for second inputs, for third output, and next we should invoke the your code. For that purpose, we have written the fourth line. For every code, we should write it these four lines in the test bench. For every code. For what purpose we are writing these four lines? Also, I explained it. Remember the reasons. For every code, these four lines should be compulsory. Why it is compulsory? Also, I have explained. Any doubts regarding these four lines? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Can I go for next?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next. So after that, so up to that, what we did it? Up to that, we have invoked the code. After invoking whole code, we should check the functionality of that particular code. Is it SR latch or is it JK flip-flop? Okay, so that we should check it. So because of that reason, so what we should do it in the next line? In the next line, we should apply the inputs. Here in SR latch, we are getting many combination. We are getting many combination. Is nothing but here your output should be depends upon set and reset inputs. Whenever we have two inputs, we'll get four combination. So because of that reason, so which combination you require? For which combination you require the output? We should mention it. Or otherwise, if you require all four combination, you can mention all four combination in your code, in your test bench. So at the time, for all the four combination, you will get the output. If you return only two combination, for that two combination will get the output. For other two combination, you cannot get it. Clear or not? So because of that reason, so first we should write the behavioral block. Behavioral block. How we will get it behavioral block? So by seeing the initial and always. In your code, these two syntax should be present. These two syntax, initial and always. Then those code we should call it as behavioral code. Remember it. Those are behavioral description code. Okay. So first we have written an initial. Why? So initially we are providing the inputs. So because of that reason we have used the initial. So if you have loop, then we should use the always statement. If you have only one statement, if you want to execute only one statement, so at that time we should use the initial. Okay, whenever we are used any new syntaxes, so at that time we should write it what we should omit it by using one begin and one end. Remember it. Whenever we are writing what one any new syntaxes in your code, so those should be omitted by using one begin and one end. So because of that reason in your test bench we have used initial as a new statement. So because of that reason, so at that time, so initially we first we are starting, initially we are starting, so because of that reason one begin we have written. Whenever we have written one begin, so after that one end should become compulsory after executing that particular statement. Okay, so because of that reason we have written initial begin. Next after that, that next line should be a optional is nothing but what you should write it, or otherwise you can leave it, no problem. For what purpose we have written the next line? Okay, so that is what already we have studied, that is a system task. That is a system task. So because of that reason that should be started with dollar sign. Okay, dollar monitor I have used. For what purpose we have used that system task? So if you want to monitor the what inputs and outputs, if you want to monitor it, then you should write it. If you don't want to monitor the inputs and outputs, you can leave it, no problem. Leave it, no problem. Okay. So whenever we are writing the monitor, first we should monitor the time. Already I have suggested whenever we are writing the what monitor syntax. First we should write dollar monitor. After writing the dollar monitor, first open bracket. So within the open bracket, first we should monitor the time. So because of that reason, dollar time. First we are monitoring the time. Okay. So after monitoring the time, next we should monitor the inputs. Which are the inputs for the set and reset? Both should be we have to monitor in terms of binary. So because of that reason, first input you should write it set. I have written in your code same word set. Okay, so that set input we are applying in terms of binary. So because of that reason, we have written set. Reset reset is also we are applying in terms of binary. So because of that reason, next should be also we have written reset is equals to percentage of binary. Okay, after that, so q, so whenever we are applying these two inputs are in terms of binary, third is also we will get it, your output is also we will get it in terms of binary only. Okay, next you should slash n. What is slash n? Slash n indicates
Next line, sir.
three variables we are monitoring. After that, we should write it by using commas. These three we are monitoring it. These all are three: set, comma, reset, comma, q. In this format, we should write the inputs
Sir,
enter statement in this pattern. Where we should write it? Before initialization of your inputs, we should monitor. If you are monitoring, then that should not be helpful. So because of that reason, before applying the monitor statement, next we should provide the inputs. That whenever we are writing test bench, whenever we are writing for that purpose, we have written set is equals to 0, comma, reset is equals to 0. We don't write it output. If you return output, then no need to write the code. Is it clear? So only we should write the inputs. Set is equals to 0 and reset is equals to 0. These two inputs we are applying to the your Verilog code. So after analyzing your whole code, so depends upon these two inputs, we'll get the output. Okay. So after that, in your truth table, second combination is 0, 1. So already I applied first. Set is equals to 0 I have written, or otherwise another one time if you require, write it, no problem. Okay. So here I have mentioned some. We have initialized previously, we'll get it same thing. Is nothing but for 0 time units. For 0 time units, whenever we are drawing the waveforms, you can check it. Whenever we are drawing the waveforms from with respect to x. So first, for initially for 0 time units, both set and reset are 0, 0. After that, so next for 0 to 5 time minutes, for after 5 time minutes from 0 to 5, set is 0, reset is 0. After 5 time minutes, we have mentioned previously, that should be loaded. Okay. So because of that reason, for next second combination from 0 to 5, that is set is 0. After 5 time minutes, set. So second combination in your two table, you can see it 0, 1. So because of that reason, we have written it. Okay, which one should be third combination? 1. What is that? Third combination is after 5 time minutes. After 5 time minutes, reset becomes, reset is same thing, 1 only. But next after 5 time minutes, reset becomes. Whichever inputs you have mentioned it for that pattern, will get the output. Okay, next I have written hash 5 set is equals to 1. So after, so serially you should add all the deletes. Okay, so after that one begin should be omitted. So because of that, mention it for 0 time minutes, set is 0, reset is 0. Next after 5 time minutes, set is equals to 0, reset is equals to 1. You should write it, no problem. Next hash 5, set is 1, reset is 0. In this pattern you can write it, no problem. Both you can mention it. Okay, so depends upon that delay you should take it, any delay you should write it, no problem. any delays. You can write it hash 10 also, hash 100 also. Okay, is nothing but whatever we have initialized previously, so that one only will generate it. For 0 to 100 time units will generate 0 only. So that 0 only we will generate it. So because of that reason from 0 to 5, so that should be generated. Okay. So after writing the end, so next your whole all the combinations are over. So because of that reason, we should write it end model. Okay. So what you have written, so same truth table we should write it here. Same truth table. Here what we are doing, we have written the truth table. So in your after whenever we are explaining the any of what codes, we will explain it by using waveforms. In your logical design also, AND gate you have explained, OR gate you have explained. So you have drawn waveforms. So here also, what by writing the test bench, we are generating the waveforms. We are generating the input waveforms. So depends upon after generating the input waveforms, depends upon that combination will generate the output. So because of that reason only we have invoked the code. If you have not invoked the code within the test bench, then we are not checking the what that function of that particular code. Okay, so this one should be, we have called it as test bench. You have to practice it, write it your own test bench. Okay, there is no what difficulties in writing the test bench. First four are compulsory. Why we are writing first four? Is it that should be clear? Next two is also compulsory, initial and begin. After initial begin, monitor is compulsory. Next apply the inputs. Apply the inputs by writing the delays or by writing the what those all without writing the delays also you can write it, no problem. The delay is optional. Okay, wait to okay. So next what we will do it. So after if this concept is clear, any doubt in the, writing the test bench? Any doubt?
Sir, we can write both, no, sir. Reset and set.
Okay, so if it is mentioned both, there is no problem. If you are not here in this example, you can check it. Okay, so first initially we have written set is equal to if it is mentioned reset is equal to 1, so at the time in second combination we have mentioned both 2 only 2 itself, but in second we have not mentioned set. Is nothing but previous whatever we have mentioned, whatever we have written previous, that only it should be loaded. Or otherwise if you require both you can write it, no problem. Is it clear?
Using comma, no, sir. Reset is equal to 1
Yes,
and
yes,
comma.
yes, using that column.
Yes.
Using column you can write it, or otherwise if you have not written, there is no problem. Previously whatever it is there, it should be taken for next also. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, any doubt? Any doubt? No doubt regarding test bench?
No doubt, sir.
Swapna, Swapna Gawali, Swapna, Vandana Samantanawar,
No, sir.
Vasavi,
No, sir.
Vidya,
Yes, sir. No doubt, sir.
Sushma MH, Sushma MH, Sumitra Mali,
No, sir.
Sukda,
No, sir.
Soumya Mudol, Sridhar,
No, sir.
No, sir.
okay, Shashikala,
No, sir.
okay, okay. So after that, what we will do it. So next we will discuss next concept in the second model. So that is about ports. Okay. So we will discuss about ports. So next slide we have written it. What is port? So whenever already we have used those port initialization in your code. Okay. Port is nothing but for communication purpose we require. Okay. So whenever we are applying input, those input should be transmitted to the your devices. Okay, so that information should be transmitted to the your devices. For that purpose, we require the what port. Okay, so here I have written one sentence about the port. Port allow communication between a model and its environment. Check it here. Whatever external information is there, that external information should be transmitted to the your devices. For that purpose, we require the what ports. Okay, so here there are three ports should be available in Verilog. So one is input port, output port. Next, another one is in out. Sometimes what we will get it. So any variable should be acts like input as well as output. So because of that reason, those we should call it as in out. Those are three are keywords. If all are inputs, all variables are input, then we have to initialize it by using keyword input. If all are output, we have to initialize by using output keyword. If some are in out, some should be acts like input as well as output, then that should be have to write it as in out by using that keyword. Okay, so after that, within the bracket, within the square bracket, we have mentioned MSB and LSB. Is nothing but that should be in terms of vector. That variable should be have twice or thrice same variable should be we are using. So at that time we have to go for vector initialization. So after that, which variable should be acts like an input and which variable should be acts like output, which variable should be acts like a input. We should mention it. That should be we have called it as list of identifiers. Those all should be we have called it as identifier. Okay. So here I have given some examples, some 3 to 4 examples I have mentioned in your slides. You can check it. Okay. Okay. So whenever we are designing any flip-flops, so at that time clock should be act like input. Clock should be act like input. So we should mention it in that pattern. Input clock is nothing but that is scalar. Why is it scalar? In your designing, only once we have initialized the clock as a variable. So because of that reason, we have written input clock. Okay. After that. So same standard pattern we have used it. In the standard pattern you can check it. Input within the square bracket MSB colon LSB list of identifiers. Okay, input is a keyword. Same input we have used it in the second example. Input 15 down to 0 A. Okay, input is a keyword. So A is a list of identifier. That is identifier. That is a variable. That variable we have used 16 times we have used it. A0, A1, A2, A3. A is the same common. So because of that reason, that should be a 16-bit wide. If it is 16-bit wide, we have to write it in this pattern. Okay. Or otherwise, you can write it like this also. Input A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 up to A15 you can write it. But it will take it maximum time. So because of that reason, we have gone for vector initialization. Remember it. It will take it less time. For execution also, it will take it less time. For power consumption also, it will take it less time. it will consumes less area. So because of that reason, we have gone for what vector initialization. Okay, both input and output are unidirectional bus. Unidirectional, only one direction. In one direction it will move. But in-out is a bidirectional. That should be acts like input as well as the output. So because of that reason, I have written there. In-out, C. If it is vector, you can mention it, no problem. By using MSB and LSB. Okay, so this one is about ports. Remember it. Okay, next. After that, we'll go for list of ports. Okay, definition. A model definition contains an optimal list of ports. If the model does not exchange any signals with the environment, there are no ports in the list. Consider an example of 4-bit full ladder that is instantaneous inside a top level model top. Okay, so after that, here we have written that with whatever theoretical concept we have written it, we have drawn the block diagram. Here we are designing the full ladder. For that full ladder, we have called name as full ladder 4. Okay, so this whatever we are designing, this whole thing should be a top level model. For this top level model, it is having 3 inputs. So these A, B, C are the 3 inputs, and 2 are the outputs. So that should be called it as sum and C out. Okay, so here from the above figure, we know that the model top is a top level model. Yes, that is clear. Okay, top is a top level model. So because of that reason, we have called it as top. After that, the model full ladder 4 is instantaneous below top is nothing but, so first we have taken a model, a top level model. Within that top level model, we have invoked the full ladder 4. Okay, so because of that reason, we have written it has an inputs A, B and C. These are the input ports. Okay, and 2 are the output ports. We have called it as sum and C out. Okay, so the model top is a top level model in the simulation and don't need to pass signals or receive signals from the environment. Thus, it does not have a list of ports. Okay, for this theoretical list of ports, I given an example for whatever we have designed it, whatever we have shown that block diagram. So by seeing that block diagrams, we have written it. Okay, so model full ladder 4, same thing, model full ladder 4. So which are the output and inputs, we should mention it. Sum comma C out, these 2 are the outputs, comma A comma B comma C are the inputs. Okay, so within the model we can mention it all. Okay, so this one should be what, this one should be first syntax is example for model with a list of ports. We have written these are the list of ports within the bracket, whatever we have mentioned, that is list of ports. Okay, so another one I have written model top. So here model top is nothing but there is no list of ports. There is no ports within the bracket. There is no ports. Why? So this block top level model we are writing. So because of that reason we have written it. There is no list of ports for the top level model. So outside the last block you can check it. There is no, within that block we have some inputs and output. So whatever we have written top, for that top block, you can check it. There is no input and output. So because of that reason, we should mention model top. There is no list of ports. Is it clear? So what is list of ports and what is no list of ports? Okay, both we should mention it. So this is about list of ports. Okay. So next we will go for move to the port declaration. Here all ports in the list of ports must be declared in the model as shown below. Okay. So here in Verilog, we are getting 3 keywords. One is input, output, and in-out. Okay. So here, whenever we are designing any systems, in that systems, if you have input, we should write it input by using keyword input, output, in-out. Okay, each port in the port list is defined as input, output, or in-out. based on the direction of the port signal. Okay, here we have given one example for port declaration. Port declaration. Here we are designing a what 4-bit full adder. For this 4-bit full adder, A, B, C in are the inputs and some C out are the outputs. Okay, how will we write it? Model full adder for some C out A, B, comma C. This one is first syntax is for example for the list of ports. List of ports are written, but we have not written the input and outputs. Which all are the inputs and which all are the outputs. That port declaration should be gone for second line. In second line, you can check it. Output 3 down to 0 sum output C comma C underscore C out. Next input 3 down to 0 A comma B input C underscore in. This one is a 4-bit full adder we are writing. So because of that reason. So this one is what output 3 down to 0 sum, that is a beginning of port declaration. So that port declaration should be we have started. But input C underscore in, you can check it. All port declaration are ended. So because of that reason, that is the ending of port declaration. This one is about port declaration. But first syntax should be example for list of ports. By seeing the first line, we will get it. These are the ports should be available. But by seeing the next line, next syntax, we will get it. These are the declarations, port declarations. Is it clear? Okay, so this one is about port declaration. Next, we will take one example. So we have written what we have shown here D flip-flop diagram. D flip-flop diagram. By seeing that block diagram, we will write it. Okay, example for list of ports as well as port declaration. Both we will write it. First, we will write the list of ports. Model D flip-flop Q comma only one output Q comma D comma clock comma reset. This one is example for list of ports. Okay, that first line is example for list of ports. Next example for port declaration. So which all are the within the bracket we have written all inputs and outputs. So which all are should be acts like a inputs, which all are should be acts like a output. We should mention it. That should be example for port declaration. Okay, so Q is output. So because of that reason I have written output Q. Next register Q. Input D comma clock comma reset. This one should be example for what port declaration. Next last we will write it end model. Is it clear about port declaration? Okay. So this one is about the port declaration. Next we will go for same. So whatever we have discussed here, same we will write it like this also. No problem. You can write it in this pattern also. You can write it. Your code is executed. This is a second pattern. Second pattern for writing the Verilog code. Okay, so only one pattern you can remember it, whatever we have used previously. Okay, next, these port correction rules will explain it in the next class. Okay, so no, in department meeting is there with the HOD. So because of that reason, in next class we will go for port correction rules. Okay, thank you.